We're here.
Hey, we are here.
We are here. And we may be the only ones here so far.
Nope, there's Mexicali. Hey, Jorge.
Jorge, how you doing this afternoon?
I just noticed that my phone was only off by about 7 seconds this time. That's not bad.
Oh, yeah, all right. Hello, Don.
Hey,
Into
Don.
the future. Hello, hello.
Into the future?
Yeah, you're here. Yeah, cool. Yeah, vertical, breathing, the sun is shining, the breeze is blowing, the boys is chirping.
You forgot to say the boys are chirping.
The boys is chirping. Doesn't get any better. It's only, I don't know, it's still not 100 degrees yet.
Oh, we absolutely beautiful day.
It's only 93.
Oh, wow. It's like 70 here today, so perfect.
Yeah. Hello, Scotty. Yeah, we're supposed to hit 104, 105 this weekend, both days.
Oh, wow.
And then back down on Monday to mid-90s and then back into the, 70s or 80s during the week. I have no idea what's going on.
Did you see Scotty's Empire gudgeons today, Ron?
I did not.
Oh, my God, are they beautiful. He had them there breeding. He has 2 males and a female, and they're mating with them.
Wow. We should put that video up.
Oh, yeah, you can ask Scotty if it's really.
If he minds.
I tell you one thing, I seen him, I was like, I want to get the peacock gudgeons, but.
Right, yeah. Mine are still small. Mm-hmm. I've got, that one day, I thought I was down to 3, and that one day I saw 4, and back down to seeing 3 again. So they're hiding in the rock pile in the back of the tank. They're in a 20 longs. You did order some flagfish yesterday, from Petco. Yeah. Very cool. Because that's one of the first places I saw them yesterday was on. They were 5 and change, maybe $5.99 a piece, something like that. So yeah, cool. We want to know how they turn out when they get there. What's their turnaround, Scotty? What's up, Warren?
In the chat, and so is Shirley. And hello. Yeah.
Did you say Shirley's here? I didn't see.
Shirley's here and Jody P.
Oh, really? Why am I not seeing that?
Because the chat's flying. It's you have to scroll up.
Okay.
Flying. We got Branton and Brent Whitecap's here also. Branton's here.
Yeah, I saw Branton, and I think I said howdy. I don't know. My YouTube seems to be broken or something. I don't know if it's catching up or not caught up or.
Wally's Freshwater Aquatics. Hey, hello, Warren.
Yeah, I did say hi to Warren. Oh, here's the YouTube channel for Scotty's Empire Gudgeons. So yeah, we'll hold off a little bit, and then I'll play that once we start getting settled in here.
Yeah.
I was feeding my face again, like I always do. Got a fistful of macadamias there.
Oh, yeah, those are great, aren't they? I love the chocolate chip cookies with the macadamia nuts.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah.
Oh, they're great.
And these are just roasted and salted. They're big bags. I think it's like a 3-pound bag from Amazon. They're a little on the pricey side, but it's what is it? It's not, there's no carbs really to speak of. Doesn't help. It's high fat.
What you put in your mouth shouldn't price. I mean, it's going to be expensive, but the most important thing you can do is give yourself good food, right? Good stuff.
I think they're really good quality. We've gotten some others. There's a couple of the Hawaiian brands. Mauna Loa, I think, is one. And anyway, I like these. These are the best ones I've found so far. So hey, what's up, Jose?
Jose's here. Hello, Jose.
I just changed from top chat to live chat. Still don't see Shirley. Yeah, I didn't see her either.
She came in, but it scrolled. You have to go scroll way up because she's all the way up near the top.
I am looking all the way up at the top.
Hey, Shirley, say something in the chat so we can see you there because it's flying so fast. I said hi to her. I said hi to her, but I don't know if she can hear me or not.
I gave Warren a wrench.
Oh, nice. Very
Warren,
nice.
You want to make sure your wrench works? Say something. Something. Yeah. I don't see her either, Jose. So yesterday, I got an email from Jose, and I love that email that his fish got there all in one piece. I'm really glad to hear that they got there. It's always just I always feel like I'm a crapshoot. I sent those UPS second day air, and yeah, I don't either. Yeah.
Well, I could have swore I seen her. Maybe I'm seeing things. You know what? I just scrolled all the way to the top, and sure enough, I said hi to Shirley. She wasn't even here. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, Warren. And yeah, you're welcome, Warren. So I see it works. You got your wrench.
Okay. My eyes are bad, I guess.
Yeah, you know, you just things go fast, and it's easy to see something sometimes. Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's cool. So so we were gonna I don't know, kind of take a lead off of last week when Don came up here and grilled me. He interviewed me.
Right.
Don grilled me. It was fun. And so we were going to go back and forth, and I said, "You go first." So. Oh,
okay. I just wanted to ask, certain things about now with your fish keeping and whatnot. I mean, when you started out, did you have in mind that you wanted to breed for profit and whatnot, or was it just something that happened?
When I started out, you mean this
when you started getting into the fish hobby, you just started keeping fish and.
It was good fun, Don. Thank you. No, it was strictly one tank. The 16-gallon tank in the kitchen on the counter behind the kitchen sink.
Yep.
That was it. And then I don't know what happened. I have no idea how I got to work. I not a clue.
It's organic. You plant one seed and another thing grows. It's like Vale scenario. You put one in, you're going to get more.
They call it multiple tank syndrome.
Yep.
And it's set in quickly. I had, before I know, I think the next one I got would have been one of the 40 breeders on OfferUp.
Ooh.
And I think I paid $30 for it.
Wow, that's a great deal.
Yeah. And then wasn't long after that, I got another one for $35. So, yeah. And if I've seen more tanks that I've thought about, but I have nowhere to put them. I've just got nowhere to put them. There's a 55 for was it $40?
Really?
I think it's up in Hemet, so it's up the hill from here. But it's just there's just no way. There's just
I think it's similar for you, like down in Florida. I think there's a lot more wealth, I think, in California and in like Florida than there's like in Michigan. The used tanks, like on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, they cost more than a brand new tank.
Yeah.
And you have to clean them and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Here too. People think they've really got a gold mine. They people don't know. I keep watching a lot of the reseller videos, and what people think they have is very different from what they really have in actuality. So there's Shirley.
I said hello. I said hello to you, and you weren't even here.
Her ears must have been burning. So there's another link here from Jose, and I'll bet it's his unboxing. So I'm going to open that one too in another. So anyway, let me ask you, how many tanks did you get from the guy across town the other day? That was Facebook Marketplace?
Facebook Marketplace, yep.
All right.
I got 4 tanks.
And they're all downstairs in the basement now?
Yeah, they're all down here now. My friends came over and gave me a hand. I got them all down. Got the 329 gallons and a 32 gallon. Which is really interesting. I think that'd be a great tank for angelfish because it's the same footprint as the 29,
right?
The length and width, but the height, it's up about 4 inches more.
Is it that much? Yeah.
About 4 inches. I should measure it actually.
Yeah, it's because it's only 3 gallons or more.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if it's actually even more than that because I'm looking at it and it is a good chunk above it.
Oh, very cool. Okay. Yeah.
Let me see if I don't have mobile, but I'm going to try and turn this around so you can actually see. Sure. I don't know if you can see those tanks.
Oh, yeah. I see the difference.
Color the other tank is. That one's a 29 and the other one's a 30. He called it a 32, but it might be a 35. I don't know.
The one in the front is a 29. It looks so much wider than the 29s I have.
Nope, it's 29. It's
Huh.
It's like 12 or 13 inches wide, and
Interesting.
I don't know. It looks like the other one's a little bit more narrow. I'm not sure. It looks like the same footprint,
Right.
the same length. But
And do you have do you have plans for them yet, or you're still cogitating over it?
I plan on building a rack, another stand with my cinder blocks and whatnot.
All right.
And get them in there somehow. And I wanted to build I wanted to get an actual, like one of those Husky racks.
Right.
Because I wanted to get like a snail rack going, and then I want to have some more room for killifish. So
right. Oh, very cool. Yeah.
Get like 10-gallon tanks. I just want to have that for like 10 gallons.
Right. Hi, Melvin.
Hey, Melvin,
I've really got to. I've got ideas for more tanks. First thing I need to do before I make less room on the floor in the garage is to hang all the PVC for the new air system.
Oh yeah,
that's got to be first, because then I can modify off of that. Once the bulk of it's up there, then I can modify off it. And I got to get some more valves too. Yeah. I've got, God, I don't know, 50, 75 of those. What are they, like chrome plated brass, threaded one end? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. The self
tapping.
Tapping. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I tried it.
Before you lay that PVC though, think real hard. I mean, at first, of what you might want to do, because once you get it up there, it's hard to make I mean, especially if you glue it. I didn't glue mine.
Right.
Even so, it'd be a real bugger to get this thing. If I wanted to like do an offshoot of it, for me, I'm not very good with tools anyway. I'd have to have help with it, but it would be difficult.
No, I could do that in a heartbeat.
Okay.
The hardest part is the fact that it's overhead.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, because I've done that. You know, I've worked with PVC for years. 20. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll come back to that, Don. I've worked with PVC for years as irrigation, so I'm really familiar with the whole cut and paste process. That works. It's great, easy stuff to work with. And now thinking back, looking back, wishing back, I would have done that whole water change system out of PVC and not that drip irrigation stuff. That was a mistake. But, it was an experiment, and that's part of it. So what's Don saying? I remember he sent me a Facebook message. And Don, did you call me intentionally on Messenger, or did you butt dial me? Because I was in the middle of something. I was at Angel View around the corner looking for stuff to buy and sell. So, let's see, setup. Tuesday turned out to be 7.5 gallons. That's even better. Picked it up yesterday. Cool. Why not run your air loop on the ground using check valves? I'm not sure I understand, Paul, but on the ground in the garage, there's no place to really put it if we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I'm not sure. I've never seen it done that way before, actually.
No.
Especially having check valves on every single one. I mean, doesn't that hinder the air somewhat?
Yeah.
And also, I know the power goes out, it's going to suck the water
right
back.
In irrigation, check valves are there to prevent backflow.
Yeah.
But you've got water going through them, and so you would have something called friction loss. You would actually lose pressure and reduce flow through every fitting you go through like that.
Yeah. I like just having it come down from the ceiling.
Yeah, and it's really more the traditional way to suspend it from above and have drops like you have there. Mm-hmm. And that way you really don't need any check valves. Because, if you had, 50 drops, you'd have to have 50 check valves. Well, they wouldn't be drops. If you were coming off from down below, up and in, you'd need, check valve for each one, theoretically. Mm-hmm. So that would be, if you had 50 coming up, you'd need 50 check valves. And that'll get a little expensive too.
Oh yeah.
I think, if I had the racks, one way to do it, and I think Paul Stingray may do it that way, is an airline on just above each row of tanks. So if you've got, a 2-tank or a 3-tank rack, you'd have 3 airlines, and just with short air feeds going into each sponge filter into each tank, instead of the big high drops. And I'd be inclined to do it that way if I had. In fact, that's kind of the way. Well, I don't know. That's kind of the way I'm talking about doing it on the metal rack that I have. Drop the PVC down and run 2 separate PVCs with just shorter airlines. Going from the the shelf above into the tank below. So that's kind of what the thought is. I just got to get off my backside and do it. And,
also thinking about that other way that was mentioned on the floor. I mean, then you still have to have the airlines going up and then back into the tank.
Right.
And you'd have to use probably more airline, I'm thinking maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just never seen it done that way. It's kind of interesting.
How high is your ceiling? How high are the floor joists over your head, Jeff?
I'm thinking they're like
8 foot or more.
8 foot. I'm going to stand. I'm 6'2", so I'm going to see if I can. Probably 9 foot or 10. Okay. I'm not sure.
So you've got how many drops? About 50 drops.
I got about 50. I have 51 drop. 50 drops right now.
And they're all about 5-6 foot long.
Yep, I'd say about
there. 300 feet airline right there.
Yeah. And I don't have. Not every one of my drops are being utilized right now, though. So I can add more things to it. Like if I want to put like a air-driven breeder box on the outside of the tank.
Right.
Hang on, I got that. And I also have my my baby brine shrimp hatchery on one of them.
Right.
And so I just put some extras in here. That way, you never know. It's add an extra sponge filter to a tank. Maybe it's a little heavier stock or something.
Absolutely, yeah. Jorge, that was that water change system I was trying to work out with the siphoning. So like a permanent siphon and water change, and then the water change, it blew a couple times. I put those nylon clips. They're like a squeeze clip, a hose clamp kind of a thing. And they're a friction fit. And a couple of those just fell apart on me already. So I put I replaced a couple with the stainless steel hose clamps, the worm drive thread. I really need to go replace them all. And then on the outgoing, I think there's just enough air leakage, that it breaks the siphon. And so I have to recharge it every time I want to do it. So I probably need to put the hose clamps on those too. And I'm really tempted just to take the whole damn thing apart and build it out of PVC.
I like the PVC. I mean, I almost want 1 inch rather than the 3/4. I was told that, you could probably know better than me or somebody else. The 3/4 inch, and then you go up to 1 inch. Will you get more pressure with the 1 inch, or does that help it at all, or does it?
Well, typically, with irrigation, what's up, Chris? Typically with irrigation, you start out at the source with the bigger size, and you step down as you get further away. I don't think what you're doing requires any kind of step down. You'd have to kind of measure it out, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that with air. I can do that with water real easily.
Yeah.
When you build it with water, you actually start at the opposite end and you step up as you get back closer. But technically you're stepping down as you get further away. And it's not as much about what part of it's pressure, a lot of it's flow with water. Most people think, with irrigation, well, I've got enough pressure. Well, if you got a lot of pressure too, and if you don't size everything right, you end up with, you got sprinkler heads. They're just blowing mist everywhere, right? So if an irrigation system is sized correctly, then, you get big droplets of water coming out of each one of your sprinklers or your sprinkler heads. And that way you're not wasting water into the air, into the breeze. They're falling on the grass where they're intended, or in the shrubs or whatever. So there's got to be a way. And I've got to spend more time researching how to measure for air. But I think, if you would have gone all 1 inch, I don't think that would have made any difference.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I'm still bleeding off a lot of air as it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that wouldn't change that.
Right.
Because you still have a closed system. Well, not technically. It's really an open system, and it's open at every one of those drops.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but they call it a closed loop, but it's not really. This one's not a loop because I have the end piece there with the dial on it.
Yeah.
So pretty. But you'd have that anyway, even if it was completely closed in.
Right. And I'm going to build a loop all the way around, and off of it somewhere, I will do a little drop with the air bleed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you got the 100, you got the AP 100, I believe.
I did.
That's. I tell you what, you're going to have so much power with that.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah.
I mean, I could do twice. I have the AP 60 here, and I could do twice the amount of tanks here, and and I'd still probably have to bleed a little bit of the air off.
And I think that would have been more than adequate. But I think the 100 was actually cheaper.
Yeah, you got a great deal.
I think. Yeah, we were shopping together online, right? I think it was actually cheaper. So,
I think that normally retails for like $275, and you got it for a lot cheaper than that.
God, what was it, 130?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
I got mine for $145, and that was down from some. Howdy, partner.
Yeah, Paul, I'm hoping that just by talking about this kind of stuff, we can help clear up stuff. We're all here to learn. At least that's my goal. Howdy, partner. So that's always my goal. I used to be I don't know if it's genetic. No, that being a dumbass is genetic. No, I used to be a college professor, believe it or not. And so I guess that I've got that teaching bug still. And I'd get into my classes. I taught at college, and I taught horticulture. Landscape irrigation, plant identification, nursery greenhouse, plant propagation, blah, 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 blah. And my students had asked me stuff, and I don't have a clue. And it's like, well, you're supposed to know this shit. You're the teacher. Well, I don't know everything, but I'll go find out. And in the meantime, maybe you should go find out too. And then we could bring it back together and see what we come up with. And I think that was the best kind of education I ever had, was learning from my students, and I had teachers like that when I went back to school. I was 33 when I went back to school. I was painting houses before that. And just, it was great. I loved it until I didn't. I loved teaching until it wasn't any fun anymore. So
I'm not sure how Howdy Partner came in after we mentioned the pump, but he's asking, what pump do you use? I'm not sure if you already heard it or not.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. It's a Danner. And, we had gone back and forth, and Brian from Peplin Creek Aquatics, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had suggested the Gemco pump, and it looks kind of similar. It's pricey. It was about $350, something like that. I think it was over $300. And the one I got was a Danner, and it's, what is it, 100?
AP 60, yep. Or no, AP 100.
Yeah, what does that 100 mean? I don't remember.
What?
The cubic feet or
you keep going. I'm going to go look it up, and I'll bring it up for you.
Jose, what platies? I sent you swordtails. I hope we're not confusing those. I do have Mickey Mouse platies. Yeah, I sent you the neon orange swordtails from the auction. But I do have Mickey Mouse platies. Oh, yeah, no worries. Don't never apologize for something like that.
Danner.
Swords. Yeah, I've been calling them neon orange swords forever, since I got them. And once in a while, they will kick out. I think they call them tuxedo swordtails. So the back end is they got this black patch going about halfway down their tail towards, the caudal fin, the tail fin. So halfway down the back end of their body. I did. Cal Poly Pomona. How did you know? No, I take that back. I was a student at Cal Poly Pomona. I taught at Fullerton College, and I also taught at El Camino College in Torrance, California.
Here we go.
And it was Fullerton College, JFC, just Fullerton College, not Cal State. So we used to call it JFC because everybody would go, "Oh, you mean Cal State?" No.
All right, here we go. You just need to add that to the.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Mine doesn't have that knob on top.
Yeah, mine doesn't either.
Yeah, all right. But I did get the repair kit to go with it because you suggested just do that.
Yes. Oh, now here's the. Now this is interesting. They have an AP OxyFlow. They're the same filter. This one's $297, and the one over here is $140. Very interesting. Wow, and the one I got for $145 went up in price to $243, and I just got mine not too long ago. So we were looking at the. Did you get the one with this piece right here, the black piece?
No, it's got a T piece. Here it is.
Oh, okay.
Mine is the Danner Supreme OxyFlow high volume air pump, 60 watt. It was 100. Well, right now it's $130.50.
Oh, it was 60 watt.
60 watt, yeah.
Yeah, mine's 60 watt. I thought the Danner was 100 watt.
Well, maybe.
I thought the 100 was 100 watt. I think that's why it was called that.
Yeah, let's see what I actually got. Let me view my item.
Okay, you want to pull that up, and I'll come back.
Yeah. I'm trying to pull up the order details and all.
All right, I'm going to drop this one down. I'll be right back here. Okay.
All right. Yeah, total was $131.32.
Wow, what a great deal!
It was the 60 watt.
Oh, 60 watt. That's what I have. But
okay. I thought I got the 100 watt.
Huh. That's a great deal. Still, I mean, you're gonna.
There we go. Yeah, so it's got that T. That where to go? Where to go?
Well, there it is.
Yeah,
that's exactly what ours. Mine had that too. That's exactly.
All right.
AP60 up.
Oh wait, I'm showing you lettuce. Don't mind me.
That's the exact same ones that I have. I tell you what, they are really good.
And for $10 more, I could have gotten 100 watt. But do I need it? No, I guess not.
Oh, is that?
It's probably a little less power drain, and it's going to be more than enough for the tanks I have, and I can still grow into this.
Absolutely.
Oh, here we go. It's capable of 5,500 cubic inch per minute.
90 liters. 90 liters of air. That's a lot. That's like if you go to the actual, went to the Gemco site, you can look at the one that was suggested. It did 85 liters, and I think you can do 60 to 75 drops with that.
Yeah.
Or 70 or 80 drops, something like that. And you actually have more power with that.
Right.
So.
Products, filtration, hardware. Air pumps. Where do they hide air pumps? Air accessories. Those are valves.
I'm not sure. How do you run? How do you run this to multiple tanks? PVC and drills holes for airline tubing. I got a new rack, and I'm trying to figure out the most optimal way to run 4 to 6 tanks. Oh, you wouldn't need a pump this big. You would need probably 4 to 6 watt, I would say. And if you want to do it on, there's like the little T things like you see in front of the, what they have like 4, you can get 4 or 6.
Manifold.
Manifold, yeah, thank you.
Here, I'll show you the one that I've got 3 of them. And I like it. Their manifold here, this manifold right here, You could probably do better. Get an after. I've had them that leak, but it's plenty of power. I've got these running, I don't know, 6-8 tanks a piece, maybe 10 tanks.
Oh wow!
So they've got plenty of power, and they're relatively quiet. I like them. Would I recommend them? Yeah. So and then I don't know if you could put this into PVC, and for just 4 tanks, I don't know that you 4 to 6 tanks. I don't know that you really need to. I think you could just run get a manifold, and you can get a bigger manifold. You can get a 6 or an 8, like 8 station manifold, and then just run airline to each. If you're going to use sponge filters, or into each station. Those stations could be sponge filters. They could be the corner box filters. They could even be the sub-sand under gravel filters, and you'd have more than enough air to run probably 8 or 10 stations here or more.
And I never even used this yet. It's still brand new in the box.
Wow, yeah.
And it has the 4 outlets on it already. You could put a valve on, like in between the the airline tubing, and something like this, you could just run 4 tanks. I mean, I have the Danner that has the 2 of these. I got several of those. They have just the 2 outlets, and I run 2 10-gallon tanks upstairs with 1 sponge filter each.
Right.
And it has a dial for the power, so if it's too much flow, you can turn it down.
Right.
Really nice.
So this is Jorge's suggestion, howdy partner. If you'd certainly be able to grow into this sucker. This AQQA.
That is 50. This is 15 watts also. Yep. 15 watts pressure. This is 2319 PSI, 15 liters per minute.
Sorry, what, 2319? Is that what you said?
The pressure is 23.
Hey, wait. Hang on just a minute. I've got it. Does anybody else get the reference 2319? Anyone, please? Okay, Jeff, go ahead.
The air pressure is 2,319 pounds per square inch.
Yeah.
But yeah, that works. I mean, I've never used it, but I'm sure it's going to work fine if I ever need to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. No, a 2319 is a code used to indicate that a monster has come into contact with a human or an object from the human world. It comes from Monsters, Inc.
Oh, wow.
So I heard that 2319.
Wow, what a coincidence.
No, not the Terminator, Monsters, Inc., the Pixar cartoon. It's just funny. I love those. They are, damn it. So anyway, yeah, thanks, Jorge. That's a great suggestion for yeah. Let me undo that.
Plenty of for 4 tanks, easy.
All right, Jorge's he's I'm gonna run it here. This is Jorge, this is your wife's YouTube channel, is that right?
Oh.
Be like fish, be.like fish, is that right?
Yes, they can, Don. They can the manifolds.
And I'm going to subscribe to it.
Wow, look at beautiful. Is that a tinfoil barb I'm seeing there? That one, the silver one with the red fins? Beautiful.
Yeah, there's some pretty fish.
Oh, look at the green tiger barbs. Oh, I love them. Tank full of tigers. That's really cool. I don't know if Chris is still there. Look at all those, Chris. He's got some great tiger barbs too.
Yeah, I saw his video. He's talking about. I didn't know they go outside. You're going to put them in a pond, Chris? Is that right?
Yeah, he's bred his gold barbs outside, I think, and I'm not sure about his Odessas, but he might have.
I have no idea. Let's see. Scotty's saying if I wanted, what's this? A dead silent pump. This one from Higer. Running all your tanks absolutely quiet. All right, we'll check it out.
Jorge says, no, I don't know that channel.
The one I just put up, that's Jose's wife.
You said no. I don't know that channel at the bottom of the chat there. I don't know. I'm not sure. But they're beautiful fish. I know that.
All right, and you can click on that video from Scotty. That's that link. That's for I guess a review that he did, an air pump review for Higer, the Higer HG138 Ultra Quiet air pump. So go check that one out. So yeah, you can take this a bunch. I was looking for that the Gemco air pump before I got sidetracked. They've got their website. It's just I'm not familiar with it.
Hey, Cheryl.
It's I don't know, rudimentary. Is that a good
rudimentary
for Gemco's website?
Oh,
here we go. It's really primitive, but they got stuff. And here's some of the Gemco air pumps. The LP100, $419. So this one here.
That's the one he recommended?
Huh?
Yeah, I think that was right there. The one you're on right now is the one he recommended. The 80?
That would be this one.
LPH 80, yep.
Okay, yeah.
Now, it'll show on there, if you scroll down a little bit, it'll show how many, you used to anyway. It will show you how many drops it's capable of. Does it say in there?
No, it didn't.
It used to, there it is.
60 to 80 outlets.
60 to 80, yep.
All
now,
right.
what is that now? The 82 liters per minute.
Yeah.
And the one that you're running, and that's 87 watts. You have 60 watts, and you're running 90 liters per minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's maybe more efficient.
Oh, yours is definitely more efficient. You're getting 60 watts. You're getting 90 liters. That's 87 watts, and he's only getting 82 liters.
Right. And then if you, let's see if I can figure this part out here.
Oh, nice, Jose. If my wife's new channel, she is taking more into the hobby for the family. Very nice.
Oh, wait, let's do it this way. All right, so these are the sponge filters I've been buying from Amazon. I shop there just because it's easy.
I do too.
I'm starting to rethink it after some of the things I've heard in the last few days. So let's see. What I was looking for was some sort of specs on, it says liquid volume 60 gallons. Oh, so they're fit for a 60-gallon tank.
Yep.
But how much volume of air are required to yeah.
I think it would I think even a small pump would probably be like a little Whisper 10 or something would probably run one of those.
Oh yeah, I'm running a bunch of these on that Pawfly.
Yeah.
So on one Pawfly, I am running 5. 4 is 9.
I got them right here.
I'm running 9 of them on that Pawfly pump I showed you guys.
I just got these in the mail yesterday. These are similar to them, but these are the Aqua. What the heck are they now? Aquaneat.
Okay.
And do you remember that one day you were showing the bottom of your sponge filter? How did you get that bottom part? I mean, not the little cage.
Yeah, it snaps off.
It snaps off on yours.
Yeah.
Now this one right here, I mean, this is what the top part will snap off.
Yep, that snaps off, right? And then pull it. Yeah.
At the bottom.
Here, let's get this out of the way.
And this snaps off.
Let me make you. Oh wait, here we go. Hang on.
But does this snap off this part?
Hang on. Let's swap places.
It doesn't show it to do that.
There you go. All right, that should snap off. Just that should pop off.
I don't want to break it.
No, I understand. Okay, maybe yours done.
This one is actually fixed in place. I can see that there's no.
Mine it's tight. It's a tight fit, but I've got one here.
But if you see those little holes on the outside edges there, guys, those little slots, that's where the air comes through when it blows down through it. And when that gets plugged up, it's hard to get those things clear. But what I've seen is you can take a drill and you can drill little holes.
That's right. Make those bigger.
And they generally won't plug up on you, so you have a good flow.
Yeah, calling it supercharging it.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw Adrian's fish room do that.
It makes it makes it a lot easier in the pump too. I mean, it's not going to work so hard to get the air into it.
Right. Howdy Partners got a question here, Jeff. I'm going to put us back on.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think, don't you have one of those tubs? They're the pond lily tubs, I think.
Me?
For breeding baskets?
I have a
Don't you have one of those black pond lily tubs that are?
Yeah, I got one.
You want to show it?
Yeah, I will.
Because I think that would serve, understand if I understand correctly. Now you might have to figure out, a way to suspend it or float it. And don't those come in different sizes?
I've only seen this one size. I got this at Lowe's.
Okay, yeah.
And my friend Sandy Doty in Canada, she says that this will fit right on a 10-gallon tank, just like that.
Right.
And she'll put her cherry barbs in there with a little bit of moss and let the eggs drop down through the bottom.
Yeah. Now, Howdy Partner's asking about going in a pond or a tub, I'm guessing. So, all you'd need to do would be come up with a way to float it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like maybe get a pool noodle and modify that around it just so it floats there for you.
Yeah.
Because typically you would pack that full of, I don't know what, moss or pond soil, and then drop a lily in there, a lily bulb or whatever they are, tuber, and then pack it in and cover it with sand or gravel or whatever to keep the fish from digging it up. And you'd set that on blocks or bricks, or depending on how deep the pond is, maybe right on the bottom, and let your water lilies come up, and they would be living in a basket like that.
I went to CMU, Jeff. CMU.
Well, I didn't throw my shoe on the tree.
The exact same basket? Mm-hmm. What is CMU?
Who else is using the basket?
Howdy Partner has that same basket. I don't know if Chris. I was thinking maybe Chris might have had something like that for his ponds. I'm not sure.
Right. What about Christine?
I'm not sure. Is she here? She might know.
No, I haven't seen her in, but I was just wondering. Yeah.
I haven't.
I did see a short. I didn't see the whole video. She went to the nursery. I'm only a little jealous.
Oh, that nursery. That's.
Yeah, I came back with a bunch of plants for her. Yeah, good for her. Yeah. I haven't been to the nursery here in a while. We've got one retail nursery, and they're pricey. They got a lot of stuff. We met a really nice lady working there. They don't have great reviews for their help. Just, you look at their Yelp reviews, they were saying they're kind of like useless, surly, like that. So I don't know. I don't know how people can stay in business like that. That comes back to bad management. I can always bring everything back to bad management. You know, if it's running like clockwork, it's good management.
Yeah.
You know, and well-trained help.
Yes.
And, you know, and help that wants to be there. And if it's the other way around, it's bad management, and they're letting help get away with it.
Yeah, if they got a tyrant manager, unless if they're in a position where they don't have any other choice. I mean, sometimes they'll be there begrudgingly, and you won't do a good job. I mean, they'll do it.
Well, they shouldn't be there. Yeah.
Just enough to get by.
Yeah.
Make it.
And that's the management
happy, and you're gonna have a crew that will really, they'll respect you, and they'll do a lot better job.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see here now. Graduate. Oh, I didn't graduate PhD. I'm just an MA.
All right, let me go back to
It's a master's degree, I believe, isn't it?
what is.
Daisy Lamb says, I didn't graduate PhD. I'm just an MA.
Okay. That would be if it's a master's, it's Master of Arts.
Oh, a Master of Arts. Okay.
So let's see. I've got Scotty's link here with the Empire Gudgeons. The Gudgeons, the Empire Gudgeons.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
Juanita's here. Hey, Juanita.
Juanita.
Yeah, what a pleasure. And Cheryl.
Yes. Cheryl's here.
I missed that. How are you, Cheryl? Very cool. All right. So, Jose, I did, that was your wife's channel, yeah? B.Likefish. So I did go there. I did subscribe. And if you need to plug her again, feel free. Put her link up. So if anybody wants to plug their channels, I'm just going to let you plug your own channels. I don't have any problems with it. Never have. So a lot of times we'll do it. I'm going to play some of Scotty's video.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll take this down so we can see more of the screen.
Sure.
That comment.
Should I put it up all the way or just over to one side? Well, I'll just do what we normally do.
Or you can put it on, like on a big, or either way you want to do it.
Yeah, we'll just do what we normally do here. So, yeah, Scotty, this is your Empire Gudgeon. Breeding colors will blow your mind.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Consider mind blown. Here we go.
Check them out.
And I'll turn the sound up.
We're going to look at my Empire Gudgeons. Finally got a great video of them. They're hard to spot most of the time because they stay hidden.
Gorgeous, aren't they?
But today they're out in full battle dress because they're trying to breed and they're fully colored up. And man, just enjoy this video because these guys, they're showstoppers when they're out there for sure.
This is a great looking tank too.
I know. Look at those guys. Wow.
Scotty, what size tank is this?
Let's see if he, Scotty, are you here? What size tank are your Empire Gudgeons in? I don't know. It looks like a good sized tank. I know those Empire Gudgeons get about maybe 3 to 3.5 inches or more.
They've got the female over there in the corner.
Oh, albino Corey's down at the bottom too.
And they're
Hello,
chasing.
Sunny G's in the building, Ron. Hello, Sunny G.
Yeah, howdy. And thanks.
Look at the colors on him. Do you not love the bright orange, red, black, white trim? And he's chasing the female around.
Some of
And
these.
she's got a full belly. She's packed full of eggs, I'm sure, getting ready to spawn.
Spawning something like
Her
that.
belly looks pretty full.
Getting some fry. Oh my gosh.
So
I'm guessing Scotty's not here.
we'll wait and see what happens. Maybe if I get lucky, if I see some eggs on some of the stems of the Java fern, like I've seen them do in the past, maybe I'll try to hatch some of these guys out. That may be fun to try. I haven't tried capturing their eggs as of yet, but that may be in the cards to try. Who knows? So let's see what happens. And I'll keep an eye out for them and see if I can see them spawning on the Java Fern because that's where they've done it in the past. So look at them. I mean, can't you just enjoy how bright colored these guys are? They are just totally, totally awesome.
Stunning.
And then I got those dwarf neon rainbows that are in there. I got some black
Those are
neon
pretty,
tetras.
too.
I got a couple regular neon tetras in there, or maybe cardinal tetras. I don't remember which.
Those are
I think
cards,
I had a mix of them. But
aren't they? Or are they?
Oh,
Anyway,
Scotty, Ron was asking.
just
what
enjoy the rest of the
size
video. I'm not going to talk anymore. Just watch them. If you're interested in some Empire gudgeons, man, check them out. They're not a cheap fish, but I'm telling you, they're well worth your eyeballs. It's just like giant eye candy in my
Hey, Big
fish tanks. Matter of fact, that's my logo. That's
Hey,
the
Big Steve.
picture on my logo is the Empire gudgeon because that's how much I love them. And we'll try to zoom in here a little bit.
They are some sharp fish, though. I tell you what.
Get you some better shots at them.
Yeah. Hey, Jose,
But these
Jorge,
two definitely
that
are in
links-
competition for the girls.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scotty.
Taking them back to your
What
channel.
size tank your Empire gudgeons are in? He was asking what size tank they're in. Sorry about that, Ron. I was just.
no, that's all right. I was just telling Jose that Jorge's saying the link he just put up takes him back to Jose's channel, not his wife's.
A 40 breeder.
Oh,
nice.
very cool. Okay, that's a good
Good to
size
see.
tank too. That's just a really nice
I want
size.
to be the dominant one. Get away. I want the girl. You're
Where'd
not
you
going to
get
get
those,
her.
Scotty?
That's her mindset.
You might need to get another 40-gallon breeder and get another
Dominance over
female.
one another.
Get two of them going.
You just can't beat the colors. I don't know how many times I can say that.
Yeah.
They are the prettiest fish in all my fish
Yeah.
tanks, in my opinion. I mean,
That's a
these
beautiful,
guys,
that's a fun tank too. I've been
Wow.
watching that.
they stand out. And I've had these guys for a couple years now, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 2 or 3, maybe 3 years. I don't know. But they're
They
definitely
get aggressive, but they're not. They're more.
one of my favorite fish for sure.
Wow.
How'd you like some of those, Ron?
Huh?
They got,
How'd you like some of those?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't even describe it.
We'll see if we can find
Because
someone.
their eyes are just so strange looking. But their bodies and their image, their colorations,
I wonder where Scotty got those from.
not an aggressive fish.
Yeah, I asked.
you know.
I've read
They
about it
don't bother any of the other fish in my tank.
in that
you know,
color.
From the neon tetras all the way up to the dwarf neon rainbows. They don't bother them, so
they really are nice.
they pretty much stay to themselves and really just looking to breed. That's it. That's their main goal, I guess, in life, is to make more of them. So,
Wow.
anyway, I think that's pretty much it.
Scotty, thanks for sharing them with us.
Thank you. Yeah, so if you get a chance, head on over there and give them a like on that video. I did.
Yeah.
That was
Very
really
cool.
cool.
Yeah, that was nice. Thanks.
Well, online he bought them.
Okay.
Different places. I don't know. That's odd that it takes to my channel.
Let's see. Aquahuna says they have them. $20 per fish.
And I think that's on the lower end.
Is it? Yeah. Wow.
I think so.
And these have no color at all.
Yeah, you can see that little penny there. They're only just little guys.
Oh, yeah. I'll bring it up.
Yep,
Yeah, this is Aquahuna.
the penny's there for reference on the size. They're only about maybe an inch and
Yeah.
a quarter, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
They're not cheap, but I tell you what, they sure are worth it. Look how beautiful they are.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see who else. Aqua Imports,
Oh,
$20.
that one looks nice. That looks nicer, doesn't it?
Yeah. There we go. Wow.
I got to get with Tristan's Tropicals. He's got some peacock gudgeons in stock.
Oh, do we have a link for that?
For Tristan's Tropical?
Yeah. That's up in
if Brandon's out there, he'll have the link.
huh?
If Branton is still out there, he'll have the link to Tristan.
Oh, I can find it too. I've got it.
Okay. I mean, it'd take me a half an hour to type it though, but.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, here we go. 36.61 for 2.
Oh, wow.
And $32 shipping. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something like that. I mean, at that price, you want to get them there quickly, I guess. And sometimes.
All right. That. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I think
That's
Scott
gorgeous.
knows. I mean, that's a nice looking picture right there, but his look better than them.
Yeah.
That's cool, though.
Your local fish store. Photo unavailable. Why have it up? Oh, and they're not around these parts, I don't think. That looked like they were. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Aquatic Arts.
Oh, Aquatic Arts, yeah.
All right, let me bring that up. $60 for a group of 3. So $20 a piece.
Yeah, $20 a piece still.
That seems to be the going rate for Empire Gudgeons, huh? Let's what's it called? Tristan's Tropical?
Thank you, Jeff. Tristan's Tropicals. Yep, he put the link in the chat.
Evansville, Wisconsin. Oh, hey, Jeff. Oh, got it. Thanks. Let's see. And did yours have? No, it's the okay.
Thank you, Jose. You got $4.99 super chat from Jose. That's very, very nice.
Oh, thanks, Jose. That's really nice. I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Where am I looking? Under gudgeons or?
I think it's oddballs and other fish. Maybe I'm not sure if there's gobies uncategorized. That might be the uncategorized.
Categorized, huh?
Uncategorized. Yep. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there's a different kind of goby there. Look at that one.
What here?
$7.50. What the heck is that? That's pretty cool.
Wow.
That's sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. That's. Look at that face.
Yeah, only a mother could love that.
Looks like me before I have my first cup of coffee in the morning.
Yeah. So are gudgeons and gobies kind of closely related, or? That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. That looks like one.
Yeah.
This is, I think that's the genus.
Empire Gudgeon, $29.81 each before shipping. Don says.
Okay, where? Here?
I'm not. What was the price on them there? Did it show the price? I'm up.
25 for this. Isn't this the right genus here? Oh, you can't see that. No kidding.
I see a nice paradise fish there too. That looks cool.
Yeah, is this the right genus here? Can you see that? Hypsilotus. There we go.
Cyprinodes?
Cyprinodes. Or nodes. Cyprinodes. I think that's the right genus.
Another one's called a Mugalagobius myoxodermus.
Yeah.
Exodermus.
These are a couple of real mouthfuls.
Yeah, they are.
Sunburst gudgeon. This one here.
Oh, it's a sunburst gudgeon. Okay,
Oh,
it's different.
gudgeon. Yeah.
I wonder if there's any. I know there's peacocks there too at Tristan's. Oh wow! Look at that. There's another goby up there. What is that on the right?
Right here.
Yeah. What is that? $10. That's cool looking.
They are some strange looking little fishies.
Yeah, they are. They probably bottom dweller, of course. I mean,
Sure.
I'm not sure if they'd be like part of the cleanup crew or just.
Little bottom dwelling. Yeah.
They got a big mouth though. Yeah, they'd probably be able to take a small fish. It looks like.
I bet they'd do a number on your Neocaridina as well.
Oh, I bet they. Oh yeah, they snack on them like popcorn.
Yeah.
What's that?
They've got a bunch of. Here's another.
What is that? What's another type of goby? Wow, look at those. Really interesting fish looking.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much.
Very personable looking.
Yeah. You'd want to name these.
Yeah.
Rosaline barbs or roseline barbs.
Oh yeah, that's a good price on them.
Yeah.
And the
There's
Styphodon.
another goby.
It's a good price on those. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you go on Dan's. It's really expensive for those. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
they're like $26 a piece or
I
something.
love the scale pattern here. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna go search here.
Oh, I didn't see any peacock gudgeons. Brandon said he got a whole bunch of them. It must have sold out already. Darn.
Oh wait, here, let's try this. GUDGEONS. There we go. Nope, no peacock gudgeons.
He must have sold out. I
Yeah,
got the text from him last week on it, and wow, they're out of them already.
yeah. Huh. Well, let's just backspace and see if we can. We were looking for what Empire gudgeons.
Yeah.
So who else? Wet Spot,
Oh yeah, that's a good place to check. They have
$24 a piece.
no
No image.
You thinking of that's a really nice fish shop. They should have pictures for everything. I mean,
Yeah.
you think.
Aquatic Arts. Did we already go there? Let's go look again. Yeah, we went there. Yeah, that was $60 for a group of 3. Aquariumfish.com.
Oh wow.
Belly on that, 2210. Shipping. Wow.
That's a nice looking one too.
Yeah, really. There's peacock gudgeons, $20 a piece,
How much?
1954.
Wow. That's expensive.
So they must, I'm hoping they're big.
I doubt it.
No, it doesn't look like, there's no shipping size, approximately 2 inches.
Oh, well, that's pretty good size, I guess.
Yeah, that's probably a little bit bigger than what I got at PetSmart.
What is that over at the Panda Gar over on the right? Those are kind of cool too.
Yeah, this is what Jesse from was it Salient's been after us to get for him.
Yeah, that's what Mel has in her tank. She got a bunch of them. They're really fun to watch.
Oh, cool. Yeah, all right. I didn't realize they were that expensive.
They're not a cheap fish either. But
40, okay, $40 for 3.
yeah,
3 is really not a school. That's like detention.
yeah,
You know, just,
yep.
these are the ones that got stuck after school.
Source Aquatics, but that was 2 to 3 years ago. The name of the place that Scotty got his from was a place called Source Aquatics.
Oh, wow. All right. Let's see if they're still alive.
3 years ago, maybe the end of the world killed them too.
Well, that would have been just after the end of the world, wouldn't it? Source Aquatics.
25, 2022. I think it was still.
Yeah.
They're still running on it a little bit.
Focus.
Source Aquatics.
I'm working on it. Let's see. Shop, live fish. Okay. Oh, wait. Live fish. Let's go back and do that again.
There we go. Live fish.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Under gobies? Because I guess
I bet it is.
they're kind of goby. Oh, peacock gobies, they're calling them.
2-pack for 23. Wow, that was dang.
Yeah.
Hopefully PetSmart gets some more back in for $8.99.
Yeah. Well, let's they're not cheap.
Oh,
well,
this
that's
one.
a 6-pack of peppered Corys for $41.
Now that's pretty cheap for pairs. Look at that pair of pistogrammas for 24. 33 on the Borellii.
I'm looking here
Wow, that's not bad for pairs.
for the Cacatoides.
For any of those, that's a pretty cheap. You get anything under $50 for a pair of pistos. That's a pretty good deal usually.
Right.
That's nice.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
You'd love those, Ron. I bet you should.
I've got to get. Well, no, that's a softer water fish, isn't it?
They are. They have to have soft water to breed, but mine are in a harder water.
All right.
And
Well,
then when I
maybe
get RO or rainwater,
I'm trying to free up a couple tanks because I've just got no place to put more right now. Red lizard whiptails. Jeff, if you're still here, isn't that what you got? Don't you have some of the red lizard? And you've also got the royals.
next guy says he doesn't think that PetSmart is carrying them anymore.
What, the gudgeons? The peacock gudgeons?
Oh, wow.
I got mine a few months ago at PetSmart.
I can ask the lady at mine over here. She's pretty nice. She might be able to order them. I can ask her.
I think they kind of just.
Oh, Big Steve says he has the red lizard whiptails.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
I see the peacock gudgeons when I look at the fish. It shows them.
Yeah. I feel like
no royal yet. The red lizard, I think it is.
Yeah, I got reds in common. No, okay, yeah, I got the royals from Aquahuna. I think they were groups of 4. I got 8 of them anyway, and one DOA on the, on arrival.
That's where I got my yo-yo loach too. And he says the loaches are gone now.
Yeah. The other ones, the other 7 seem to be doing fine. They're in the tank behind me. The other royals. Oh, that's another one here. Well, let's go back to Nick at Keeping Fish Simple. Saw his video. He had a bunch of royal whiptails in a tank with a bunch of I don't remember what kind of Corydoras, and all his whiptails died. And he thought maybe the Corydoras, exuded that toxin that they can kill them all. These are in with a bunch of peppered Corys, and they've been in there for. When did I get those royal whiptails? 4 months ago? 4 or 5 months ago?
About that, I think 3, 4. I thought, 4 months. And you got how? You got 8 of them?
I got 8, so I've got 7. So, Steve, I wonder if they just need a lot of bio slime to live off of when they're young. I was putting, they were small when I got them. They're still small, but they're grown. When I got them from Aquahuna, and I started putting green water in the tank. I had banana leaves in there that were already getting, banana leaves get that wonderful slime in no time at all. And so I had twigs in there. I had leaf litter from outside that I just rinsed off. And that seemed to help do the trick. Did you say, Cooley? I saw skull.
He says Cooley and yo-yo. That's where I got my yo-yo loach from. I love that yo-yo. I want to get some more of them.
Yeah.
They're really fun fish.
Let's see. Live fishies. Still looking here, trying to get. Peacock gudgeons.
$8.99.
Yeah, and the PetSmart said no. Oh, they've got them.
Oh, they got them. They're in stock at at yours.
Pick available in store only in La Quinta. Oh no, out of stock.
Oh, out of stock. Oh, darn.
Out of stock. $9 a piece when they don't have them.
Yeah, that's not a cheap
Whatever
fish
they
either.
are when they do have them,
It's not better than 20. That's not cheap
Yeah,
either.
really.
It's better than 20. Yeah.
They were small, and I got the only 5 they had. Hey, flatbed. Yeah. Live baby brine, because it would just settle down, and they could, after it hit the bottom, they could pick on that. And I had them for the first month and a half, 2 months, in a 5.5 gallon glass bottom. And I also had a terracotta pot I'm going to kill this. It was like a 6-inch terracotta pot that had full of crypts that had been in another tank for a long time. I took it out and put it in there. And the side of the terracotta, I don't know if you've ever had terracotta in the water for a while. It gets all slimy, so there's bioslime, and they were feeding off of that. They were loving it. So they're doing all right. So that's kind of what I'm doing. So I'm hoping someday they'll get big enough to spawn for me, and I'm going to just hope that works to keep the fry alive. That's so green water, live foods, and lots of stuff with bioslime.
I also suggested there's a person the name is Orange Cones. She doesn't do any content really, but she had the Falawellas that had bred and hatched, and she was having a hard time feeding them. So I suggested her to use some of the Bacter AE. It makes a nice bioslime all over.
Yep.
It really creates a lot of food for them. So she did that, and they survived.
Oh, there you go. I've got the Bacter AE when I first got my shrimp, and I haven't used it since. But yes, yeah.
Maybe Bristle knows like it too.
Yeah. Oh, Scotty's saying his Petco in Hawthorne, California, is shipping to Texas overnight. That is cool.
Wow.
Hey, Mel.
Oh yeah, there she is. We were just looking at some Pandagaras. I said, "Hey, Mel's got those."
Yeah.
Lots
Do
of.
they breed readily or no, or they just hang out?
I don't know. That'd be interesting to find out.
Yeah, that Hawthorne, that's right around the corner from where I used to teach. And it's not too far from where Aquaballs lives.
That's right. Who just got some new disc? $600.
I like Orange. Yeah. I was really a treat to meet him and his wife out in Disneyland that day. That was fun.
Nice.
I
wish I could.
It's nice running into people. I remember that first time I met Jorge. He shows up here. He came and visited. Brought me some fish and some plants, and that was
very nice.
That was cool. That was very cool. And I missed him a month ago when he was in town here. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
Well, things happen,
Yeah. Obviously, I wasn't thinking.
I'm going to try my big trip down to Pennsylvania in September.
Yeah.
It's to the fall auction that David has at his club. It's a gigantic event.
Oh wow, yeah.
So I'm going to go down there and stay a day or two, and then whatever fish I get, he's just going to ship them to me.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
And the way I drive, they might even arrive before I get back. I don't.
I hope not. Don't hold off a day. Yeah.
I have to have Kathy acclimate her. Oh, she's not going to be here anyway. She'll be at her sister's house. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fashionably late. Yep. Right on time. Yeah. Yep. You're never late. You always get here exactly when you're supposed to. Not a moment sooner or later.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, cool. Oh, there's my wife. She gets off at 2:30. I thought she got off at 2.
How would she like in her new position?
So far, this is day 3. So she likes it. It's challenging. It's a machine shop for aerospace stuff. They make bits and pieces, all kinds of small, bits and pieces, So she's doing stuff. Apparently, they've hired 3 or 4 other people that have just failed miserably. That they weren't into it. They could. Her boss was saying it's amazing. These people, they can't spell. They don't know their numbers.
Oh wow!
These are adults. Oh my God! Well, that's kind of where I was when I was teaching college. I mean, I had students that they couldn't read. They sure as hell couldn't write. I quit giving essay tests and short answer tests because I couldn't figure out what they were trying to say because they didn't know what they were trying to say.
That's too bad.
So it was multiple guess and true false mostly.
Oh wow!
It really got bad as time went on. It got bad, and then they started demanding more. To make it easier, they told us to lower the bar.
Isn't that something?
They didn't actually say it that way. What they said was, it was the meeting at the beginning of the fall semester. In the auditorium, president's up there and other, whoever powers that be, and then they always put on these stupid little skits. And they're talking about, not everybody can reach as high as everybody else. So, when you're trying to, get to that apple. So we need to lower that apple for them. This is college.
Not jump.
I thought, what? I think I'm done. So I came home and I talked to Kathy and I go, what? I think I'm done. And here's when she goes, yeah. So I waited until I went through the fall semester. And at the beginning of the spring semester, about the time we're starting to get the contract for, starting to get our new contract for the following semester, the following school year, I just put in my, my retirement papers. Yeah. A big long flowery letter. It's been a great, appreciate all the, blah, blah, blah. But I was just absolutely hating it. So.
Yep. When you see the drain starting to go down, you better to get out for it.
Yeah.
Go down the drain with it.
Too bad. Yep. That's when it's time. Yep. That's exactly what happened. It just wasn't fun anymore. The students, not all. I had some amazing students, and most of my students, it was college and I taught horticulture. So it's elective. Nobody had to be there. They all chose to be there. Right. It's not like trying to get a degree where you have to take, X number of units of English and math and whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd still get students that would just sit on their thumbs, and do nothing, and still fail a class like that, an elective class. It's like, oh my God. So.
Yep. Just imagine what they're going to be doing when they graduate. If they graduate.
Yeah. Hi, sweetie. I love you too.
Hi, Kathy.
Jeff says hi. Everybody else said hi.
Yep.
I think we're going to go thrifting here in a little bit. Go see what the Angel View has to. I had these Disney button-down shirts. The Disney themed.
Yep.
And I had one that was Tommy Bahama. They're expensive shirts new, and the resale on those is awful for Tommy Bahama stuff. But that's a Disney shirt.
Hello. Oh, my kitty. Oh, my God.
You got a haircut.
No, I'm still.
Okay. What a sweetheart.
She is sweet.
Oh,
She's always alone.
Oh.
Isn't she cute?
Hi, honey. How you doing?
Oh, hello.
This is Miss Jingles.
Jingle bells.
Yeah.
Jingles.
I love that.
Exactly.
Legally, we have no idea what her name is.
It's Jingle Bells. That's sweet.
Sweet baby. Oh, looking at you. Look at that.
Oh yeah, she adores Kathy.
Oh my goodness.
She absolutely. Hey,
Why are we in here?
Greg, what's up? Long time.
Hey, Greg.
How you doing?
We'll leave you alone.
All right.
We'll be bye.
Thanks, Kathy.
You're welcome.
It's so nice to see you.
Yeah. It's a Bismarck, North Dakota. Isn't that like one of the record cold spots in the nation for years and years and years? Work with a lot of Native Americans. That's what they call it. What's that? I'm trying to get caught back up to.
I wonder how warm it is down in Greg's neck of the woods down in Louisiana. I bet it's pretty warm down there.
Yeah, I'm starting to get muggy. Maybe a little.
It's so nice. I might even mow the yard today.
I thought about it, but then I thought, nah. I'll get out and do it. It's 93 right now.
Yeah.
And if I, oh my God, I'm going to see if I can share this with you guys.
Yeah.
This morning, Kathy's son lives in Bullhead City, Arizona, which is right across the Colorado River from Laughlin, Arizona. And Kathy shared a video that he shared
95.
with her this morning, I guess.
That's too hot for me,
So
flatbed.
he's on the second floor. Yeah, it's supposed to be about 95 here. Actually, it's supposed to be 105 here this weekend. No, I keep hitting the invite button. Yeah, so here we go.
Mixed up with the present button too.
Yeah, here we go. Check this out. This is outside. Fortunately, he's on the second floor.
Yikes!
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
So the dam broke or something? What's
No, they've just got a hill behind them. And they're in an apartment, two-story apartment fourplex. And right behind them's a hill comes down. And there's a block wall, like you can see that retaining wall, that block wall. And it's just coming around the corner. It's probably coming right down, over the wall behind them too. It's raining like hell there in Bullhead City. So
they're gonna want to put a bigger wall up there when that's all done.
yeah.
Yeah, something a little taller.
So yeah, no kidding. Maybe a little beefier too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a mess. But what? Yeah, we get hot. We do get hot, and that's not all of California. We're in the desert, Cheryl. We are actually in the desert. I don't know if you know where Palm Springs is. We're about a half an hour east of Palm Springs. So technically, it usually gets hotter here than it does in Palm Springs, because the further west you get over to Palm Springs, you're right in the shadow of it's San Jacinto Mountain. It's 10,000-foot mountain, and so that kind of keeps it a little cooler. The sun goes down there earlier because the mountain blocks the sun, so it cools off a little quicker too. But yeah, it gets freaking hot here. But it's what we do. It is the desert, and we don't get a lot of rain here because it's the desert. And every time you hear people talk about, well, LA is the desert and all that, that's bullshit, because it's not the desert. That's not, I used to get into that whole rant with my students about, the whole LA Orange County basin is not a desert. People, the news, the talking heads always called it a desert, and they're just full, they don't know. They're a bunch of idiots. Like only a couple weeks ago, Jeff was snow. Yeah, no kidding. And out of coffee. God, I remember that.
It didn't seem that long ago. Wasn't that long ago?
Yeah.
Thank
Don't get complacent. Start stocking up for next winter.
Oh yes. Oh, I'm gonna be
Get
loaded.
a big old stack of coffee in the corner somewhere.
By the end of when Halloween's over with, I'm gonna have plenty of coffee to last me all winter. I'm not gonna play games. No games.
I'm going to keep harping on you all summer.
Oh yeah.
Every time you go shopping, buy that one extra jar.
Yep. That's what I'm gonna do.
You drink the instant, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Every time you go shopping.
I also got the backup. I also have the machine that David bought me.
Oh, cool.
So I got a bunch of that too. So that's my backup also.
Yeah.
If we get snowed in for an extended period of time for into March or April or something.
Yeah.
It's been known to happen too.
Yeah. Our son was in oh God, what is that? Fort Irwin, Scotty?
Oh.
Outside of Barstow. He was in armor when he first joined the Army. And Scotty's saying he used to live in Barstow when he was in the Army. So yeah, he's now in. Do they call it the Air Cavalry? He's a.
Oh wow.
He's a crew. Well, he's been a crew chief in Black Hawk helicopters. And so I don't know what his designation is now. He got shipped off to Eastern Europe back in February.
Oh.
And he's gotten a kick up in rank or grade or one of those things. And yeah, it does look like it'll be running strong, doesn't it? Yeah.
Kind of a tense area over there too.
Huh?
It's kind of a tense area over there.
Well, yeah, I guess not so much so far, and hopefully it doesn't get any worse. The worst that's happened to him, he got bit by a dog. So,
oh wow!
I don't know. He was going for a walk or something. He got bit by a dog. I think he had to go through the rabies shots.
Oh,
so I don't know if that's as bad as it used to be.
It's probably mandatory in the Army. They make you do that.
Yeah. Well, they made a lot of people do the vaccine too, and now they've reneged on. They've changed that, and they're bringing people back in and giving them back pay for that one.
Oh,
yep, Fort Irwin. Yep, call it Planet Irwin because it is its own little world out there. yeah. He likes it. He'd like it right now. Well, he was stationed at Fort Bliss, El Paso, Texas, and then he got shipped out to Eastern Europe. His wife is at Fort Bliss right now, waiting for him to come back. So someday, they're neat kids. I love them. He was stationed at Fort Knox before Bliss. So we went out. He was in northern Washington State. He and his helicopter crew fighting fires up there. They needed some backup, so they shipped them off there. And so his wife was still, Fort Knox. And so we went out and visited her for almost 2 weeks. It was nice.
I heard there's a lot of gold missing from Fort Knox. I heard that on the news.
It's not there. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, it's weird.
There's all kinds of speculation about that. That all the gold is on a thumb drive, a little flash drive. It's digital now, so I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll never know. They'll never.
Physical bar. I mean, I've seen they've shown it before, the physical bars. I mean,
yeah, old black and white pictures of yeah. Well, and that could have just been one row thick and nothing behind it too.
Oh, there's probably a whole warehouse full of the stuff.
Could be somewhere. Yeah. So yeah.
That was interesting.
Train at Fort Irwin. Yeah. All right. So yeah. Yeah, cool. So whoever else is out there that was in the service, thank you for your service.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of that, we're sitting here drinking coffee and we're on the internet.
Yeah, and one of the best opportunities on the planet, YouTube. I am reading this book right now. It's called The YouTube Formula. And I am just blown away by some of the early YouTubers that, just what they just sort of got lucky and walked into. Well, no, I take that back. Luck, it's not luck. I love that definition of luck where preparation meets opportunity. So they were prepared to take the opportunity, and they did. And I was just reading this one story about this family. It was a large family, and they were somewhere here on the West Coast, and I think they were in California, and they have 7 kids. Is that right? And one of them had these severe medical issues, and it was just busting them. So they kind of like closed their eyes, put their finger on the map, and ended up in Missouri somewhere, a little small town in Missouri, to try and make ends meet.
Yeah.
And and he was working as a mechanic at a newspaper, I guess presses and all. And she was doing odd jobs to try and bring in extra money. And one thing led to another, and little town, and it's getting worse. People are closing their doors, and she liked crafts and stuff. Somebody said, you should come take quilting classes. Well, I don't know how to quilt. Well, that's why you take a class, because you don't know how to do something. Mm-hmm. So she liked to do that. So she went and took these quilting classes. Next thing you know, it's like she's trying to get to get quilts put together. I guess you need something called a long arm sewing machine to go all the way across the quilt to put all these things together. And so people are sending in their quilts, and they're months and months before you get them back because the backlog, So I think one of her kids suggested we should buy one of those. So she did. Next thing, they pretty much just blew this town right out of the water with jobs and shops and restaurants, because it became this huge quilting center. I mean, it's just, and it all because of YouTube. They decided to put it up on YouTube to show, to kind of advertise what they were doing. So, it was very cool. It's a cool story. Anyway,
it is.
Worked recovery to pick up all that broke down. OP4 vehicles. I don't know what that means, but okay. Yeah. Black and white pictures of gold. Wait, what? Yeah, you never saw those? It was, I don't remember if it was Kennedy or Johnson or way back when they went and toured Fort Knox, and they had one vault door open. Have cracks. Looks like them. Yeah, there you go. Walmart, Lowe's. Better hurry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, totes don't live forever.
Nope.
And I never really thought about that, but now that I'm thinking about that, maybe totes should be replaced annually.
Well, do that. I mean, if it still works, I mean.
Until it doesn't, though.
Yeah.
Then it's a mess.
Yep.
You know?
Definitely.
And the problem with totes is they bow. When you put, the bigger they get, the more they bow, and that's putting pressure on them, and all of a sudden they're going to split. Yeah, Cheryl needs a few too, flatbed. Then I guess you could just ship them down from, where is it, from North Dakota to, where are you, Cheryl, in Missouri?
Well, also, if they're outside getting weather checked, I mean, you would probably want to replace them every year.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how many years these Rubbermaid tubs have before they need to be replaced in the sun, in the heat.
I don't know. I know they're tough. I know they're
they are
pretty durable.
Yeah. And I forget what they call it. It's 3 years. All right. So now you got a comfortable 2-year lifespan, and 3's pushing it. So what did they call the material they were made out of? Because it's not rubber. It's some sort of special plastic. Well, folks, hey, Scotty, thanks for being here. And thanks for sharing your video with us.
Yeah, take care, Scotty.
Yeah, and you're welcome for, we were glad to do it. That was really cool to look at. Those Empire gudgeons are, oh my God. And if they spawn, please.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got mine, Cheryl. They had a few different sizes, as I recall. I didn't even know we had a Tractor Supply here, and it's just right down the street.
It reminds me, I got one right over here. I have to go and get some more of the Black Diamond straight.
Yeah. And I'm still using just the pool filter sand.
Well, this is actually cheaper than the pool filter sand.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like $12 for a 50-pound bag.
Oh, that's like half the price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I used to live where Cheryl lives. If I'd only known black back then, how magic the white. Yeah, I know you never left, huh? Yeah. Yeah, who was? Oh, Jody. She's not here, I don't think, so I can blow her cover. I was watching one of the most recent Keeping Fish Simple videos, and I actually saw her comment, and that's something she wants to do, I guess. Either get another, I forget how many, a bunch more tanks to get a shop going, and otherwise she said something about trying to talk her husband into letting her have half the shed.
Yeah.
I should just build another shed, Jody. Just
Or do an addition to the house and just keep building on.
Yeah. I've got the 100-gallon Rubbermaid tub flatbed. And it's nice. I like it. And the 300 is, if it was the same depth, just a bigger footprint, that would be cool too. And I was back and forth with, I think, Jeff Kane, and talking about, how that would probably be better if it was sunk into the ground. There's an obvious spot about this far from the top on that Rubbermaid tub. And that would be an obvious spot to sink it into the ground. And so maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll sink that one into the ground. So, we're kind of limited on space here though. If I can pull it off, that would be cool. But right now it is sitting on top of a bunch of 12 by 12 concrete pavers that I got from Home Despot. When we moved it around the front, it was sitting on the patio out back, but the pool guys are eventually going to show up and start demoing the whole backyard. So I moved it around front. I got a bunch of pavers instead of just setting it on the dirt. Got a bunch of pavers, set it on those. So
I was playing around with the idea of getting like a big tub and just, I've been selling like these Africans. I've been actually selling some of them, getting some of them.
Yeah.
Taking them all and putting them in like a 300-gallon tote.
Yeah. Well, LRB.
In there, that's it. Just
right.
Let them live out their lives.
LRB had that big rectangular one or big square one.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
And I just saw those. Where?
Temu?
No. Well, it might have been linked to that, but it was either OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace. Might have been Facebook Marketplace. And they were vendor ads. So, yeah, I wouldn't be at all surprised if you can get them from Amazon.
Yeah, that would be, something to, I just take them all and put them right in there. I still try to sell them, but it'd be good to have
absolutely, yeah.
It'd be good to get them out of these tanks where I can get my other stuff going. As soon as I get my RO, that's going to be helping out for my my bettas and my pistos.
Amazon's got them. They've got round ones. They've got rectangular ones with a clear side.
What
a couple panels on one side, huh?
What size are they?
Here's one for $85. Let me put this up. Here's another one for $66. Another one for $126.
Oh wow!
Let me get these. I guess the go-to is always Amazon, huh?
Oh wow! Oh yeah.
Okay, here's one here. 5 by 24 inch. Is that 5 by 5? Maybe 5 foot square. It really doesn't show. Here,
I think it's 5 foot square and 2 feet deep.
Yeah.
Or no, that's not square. That's a rectangle. That's
this one is this one up here.
That one is square. Yes.
Yeah.
229. What's the other one? I like the price of that one better.
So wait, that one's 530 gallon. And then this is it doesn't say. Let me, if I open it, we're there. Good. 100 gallons.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, and it's got a drain on it. And they're only going to last so long.
Yeah. I mean, inside lasts longer.
You'll get more life indoors like you are. So here's the 70, that one was 85. Here's one that's 73. This one is, did I not see? Doesn't say
47.2 inches long, 31 inches wide, and
47
19.6 deep.
31 times, we'll call it 20, equals divided by 231. So roughly 126 gallons. So 125 gallons.
Oh, so I bet he's getting 1,000 gallon. He's going to put it right in the ground. Nice.
Yeah. So here's a couple more. So those are nice. And here's the livestock. That's a 50 gallon. That's lower than what I've got. And that's more expensive than the 100 gallon I bought at Tractor Supply.
Yeah, is that free delivery?
What?
Is that free delivery? I doubt it.
Yeah. Free delivery sometime between the 16th and the 21st.
Oh, wow. Huh.
I don't know who the vendor, it's probably an outside vendor. But yeah, it's a foam material. That's right. That's what they were calling it.
Composite? I think it's composite was the word you're looking for.
Yeah. But they're calling material foam here. So it is some sort of, maybe like a composite foam of some sort. But I think I paid 135 with tax thereabouts at Tractor Supply for the 100-gallon. And it's taller. This is, what are the dimensions? 52 by 31 by 12. Yeah, it's about the same height or width and length, but it's twice as deep.
I wonder what Farm and Fleet.
half
Do
deep.
you have a Farm and Fleet in your area?
No, I've never heard of that one. No.
Well, it's a store. They do farm stuff, and they have like the stock tanks and whatnot.
Sure.
I wonder if they're cheaper there because that's kind of like a staple.
Be absolutely worth looking. I wish I had electricity out there. Chris Stubbing,
Yep.
was Stubbs was talking about that what's it, the pond stuff that he's involved with, but I've got no electricity out there, so it'd have to be some sort of solar thing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon livestock tanks are outrageous. Yeah, they are, Cheryl. They really are. Yeah.
I got electricity up to my gazebo, and there's a couple outlets out there outside.
Yeah.
You have to run a different line or something. That's cool. That's got windows in it too.
$250.
Yikes! 270 gallon.
Yeah.
A lot cheaper than aquariums that size. I'll tell you that.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
But it's nice to see through the glass. It's kind of,
Yeah, that's kind of fun. Yeah.
yeah.
Here's one where you got this.
Oh, that's
looks
the one
a
that
little bit like the
LRB
one-
has. That's like the one LRB has.
That's what I was going to say. That's what it looks like. It's got the cross supports to keep it from bowing apart.
Oh
They're all
wow,
open.
that's cool. How many
Yeah,
gallons is that?
yeah.
50 by 40 by 30 centimeters.
Oh, okay.
How big is that? I mean,
Yeah. Did they forget where they are? And they come different sizes. They've got a whole range of different sizes.
yeah. I wish you'd used inches. Be better.
Yeah, it'd be a lot easier to.
Yeah, it would be.
I mean, I could figure it out. 50 centimeters. That's small.
It's not. Yeah, it's not real big. It's only like what, 3 feet?
Yeah, let's. I got that conversion app. Length.
Oh, Sketchby has those 50-gallon Rubbermaids for $90.
Who does?
Tractor Supply,
Oh yeah, there you go.
the 50-gallon ones.
Yeah, and what's the 100? Probably like 130. So 50 centimeters is 1.6 feet. That's not even 2 feet.
Wow, $127.
That's tiny.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So 120 centimeters. Let's look at this one down here.
that pump over there, or that filter on the side. There's like a canister filter for $99. That's a big pump for a pond.
Where are we looking? Here?
No, it was in the last page.
Oh, all right.
Kind of interesting. It has like a crank where you actually crank it up to clean it. You squeeze it out,
Oh.
and you just run water through it.
Oh, all right.
It was this is in the last page where we were looking at the last thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, this would have been. I went back, but this changed.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah. Wow.
500 gallons or ornamental ponds up to 1,050 gallons.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd almost be inclined to do, try some sort of a bog filter, with a submersible pump and just see if I had a big tub like that.
I still have never tried a sump yet. I'm thinking about maybe trying that sometime.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. I know that Blackwater Aquatics, Ann Tran, he has his betta rack, all of his different types of bettas. And he runs that on, everything is run through a a sump. And
Oh.
it goes up because all the tanks are like 2.5 gallons. He's got little lines coming down to each one,
Uh-huh.
and they're just constantly going.
Right.
And on one sump, so when he goes to clean the sump, he cleans for all the tanks.
Right. So you do the water change in the sump, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
That makes sense, yeah. 100 gallon, $110, $150, $150. Wow, a buck a gallon. And
Wow.
300 is $219. Wow.
Wow, that's a good deal. How long is that 290? Is it 8 foot or is it? I'm wondering about the 300 gallon.
Yeah, do you have the dimensions there for the 300 gallon there flatbed? Huh.
My brother
Wow.
just sent me a text.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a whole nother.
I'll be right back, Ron. 1 second. My brother's.
That's a whole nother. This opens up a whole nother, set of options, especially if you're in an area where you can. And I know it's seasonal for a lot of you, but outdoor tubbing, breeding fish outdoors. I'm waiting to see what happens with my rice fish when, the water temperature is pushing 100 degrees. It's about 6 foot round. Okay, so it's a round stock tub instead of the oval, like the 50 and the 100. I like the oval. I like the idea of being able to sort of reach across it. So 6 foot round. I guess you could reach about halfway in. Put how deep is that? 6 foot round. Oh man, I have to do the arithmetic. Let's see. It's not going to happen. Now, I wonder. Put one of those kind of fountainy things in the middle of it. I think I had one of those here somewhere. Was this it? Yeah. Had a picture of one somewhere here. Yeah, something like this. It doesn't have to have all the pretty lights. You're back.
I'm back. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to have all the pretty lights, but you put something like this in the middle of a 300. Flatbed sand, the 300s are round, Jeff. They're about 6 foot in diameter.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, now I set my tub up last fall, late summer, fall. Maybe it was late summer. Still plenty hot. And hey, Lance.
Howdy, Lance.
Oh, very cool. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. I see the tubs starting to break down. Mind if I share this?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was asking permission from a flatbed.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Let me. There we go. God, I'm still just blown away by the rain coming down there in Bullhead City. This is very cool.
Yep. Was that a light, like a lamp, or what is that?
Oh no, that was a fountain, or like something
with the lights. Oh, with the lights on there.
Yeah, and you don't need the lights, but yeah, that one had the pretty lights. So yeah, this is cool. Thank you. Because I hope I didn't get there before you did. So yeah, here we go. So that's the one we're calling the 300. The one in the back.
Okay. 6 feet around. That's a good size.
Yeah, and here's the tubs that are starting to need new tubs. Maybe those are those big black. Those are the ones that with the yellow lids usually, like you see at Home Despot.
Hi, Christine. Christine's here, Ron.
I saw her. I said hi.
Oh, I didn't see her. I was
just got here.
Yeah, so good. I'm glad I didn't
Yeah.
really. Hello.
Yeah. In fact, we were just talking about you a little bit ago about, your little foray into the nursery and
Oh yeah, that
coming
was
back
great.
with all kinds of cool plants. Yeah, I can't wait to see the results. But yeah, those tubs remind me of the big black ones with the yellow lids from Home Depot or maybe Lowe's. I guess I do Target also, Home Depot. Anyway, I don't know, but I know those. But I can see how I've heard people talk about actually who was it? Duthie, Matt Duthie, one of our Australian friends, talking about building like a wood frame to go around these things to keep them from splaying out.
Well, that's a good idea.
Almost like a wood cage to drop them into.
Yeah, keep a constant support on it. That way, it wouldn't have any. The pressure would be
okay.
met.
Good.
That's a great idea, actually.
Yeah. I could build a 2x4 frame to go around them and, drop them in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Neat. Very neat.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Makes me want more. More. I would like more, please.
Yes.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we just, we're limited to out here. And once the land or, the backyard's all done in, Don, thank you. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Don. Excellent.
Yeah, that's kind. You
Very
guys are the best. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if, Kathy's going to want that kind of stuff on the patio out back. Maybe I could pull off one that's a little more ornamental. To set up for the guppies. I come here, and you guys are, see, what do you call that? Huh? I love that. It's like, is that kismet? I've got a friend that would say, is it odd or is it God? So.
I was just saying
you're right where you need to be right when you get there.
Guppies. I come here and you guys are looking at tubs.
Yeah. Isn't that great? Yeah. 4 out of your 7. That's cool. So what I want to know, Mike, is what you're going to be putting in them.
Yeah, I was a buyer. Yeah, that's my question too.
Yeah.
Great minds.
Yeah, what you said, Christine. Yes. Quadinawink. Yeah, that right. That's it. Yeah. I'm gonna kill. Oh, I did. All right. It's still playing Amazon on the other. I get such a lag between monitors.
Are those all for koi?
Showing Amazon here.
Huh? I wonder if they're gonna. I know he said he has koi in some of them, but I wonder if he has any other type of fish that go in them.
So I'm thinking that the koi would have to, if that's the case. Oh, cool. All right, more pictures. Oh, here we go. Okay, cool. Here we are. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, I never put that kind of drain in the bottom of mine. I probably ought to. I just left the whatever it is, the ABS plug in there.
I think with my luck, if I tried to put something like that, it'd probably start leaking for me.
Well, maybe I'd be more inclined to kick it off, snap it off, then it would leak like hell. But yeah, when I drained it to move it, I actually bucket brigaded all the water out into 5-gallon buckets, brought them around the house so I could put the same water back in. Because I was able to save about 60 of the gallons and put that back in. Don, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thanks,
and thanks for the memberships.
Have a good night, my friend.
Yeah. And be well, be safe, have a great weekend. And we'll probably see you next week sometime. But yeah, so I don't know. Mine's not getting. I know Scotty's tub, his 100-gallon tub. I mean, it's covered with frog bit, and he's got, I guess, Medaka rice fish by the dozens, maybe hundreds. And I've got 5 or 6 and those 2 big plecosauruses in there. And I've dumped a bunch of big chunks of water lettuce in there. Hopefully that helps maybe reduce some of the algae also. But I'll tell you what, that algae is 50% of what it was when it started.
Oh, yeah.
Those plecos have really done a job on it.
They're enjoying it.
Yeah. Good 5-gallon ones. I'm going to put some amicus. Oh, that's cool. Black chin live bearers. Who else was talking about black chin live bearers recently?
David's got some.
That's who. Was that who it was? David Short?
Fish, yep.
Yeah, all right.
Which he must be at the all-you-can-eat buffet. He said he was going to stop in here after he got done eating. That was at 4:30.
Yeah, well, it's about time. We're coming up on that 2-hour mark, and I'm going to go spend some time with my loving wife. I know she has
I'm
afternoon.
hungry myself. I'm going to make some supper.
Yeah, it's getting that time. So, it was Brant. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Steven.
Hello, Stephen.
How you doing? You're just in time to almost say goodnight. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you beat David. Yep.
So all of a sudden, hey, Brenton. Yeah, we were talking about we've moved from into tubs.
Oh, it was easy to do. Okay. He said the plug was easy to do.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just because the ABS plug, it's all pipe thread. You just need a reducer. What would that be? A bushing, thread by thread bushing, and then a hose bib. And I've seen a lot of people. It looked like you got a garden hose bib on that, and a lot of people will use a ball valve right there instead. So it's just whatever your choice is. I like the idea of, if I was to do it, it would come out and make an immediate right angle, so it's not sticking out too far. There's a load of ways to do it. Hey, is this Jose's wife is here?
Be like fish, like.
Yeah. Hey, welcome.
Hello.
Yeah. Welcome. So yeah. So anyway, that's kind of where we've been.
Oh, she has a bulkhead on hers, is what she has.
I put the bulkhead up high for that overflow. I drilled it, put the bulkhead in, and then I forgot. I think I needed a female adapter, or maybe it was a God. I don't remember what was it, male thread by female thread, because I put a screen there, and it's one of the stainless steel screens that you use for an airless sprayer, a Graco airless, on the pickup tube, the tube that goes into the bucket of paint. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I used as my overflow. So if it ever rains, it'll come up and it'll flow out. When I do a water change, I stick the hose in there. Hi, Linda.
Linda,
I'll stick the hose in there and just sort of let it there we go. I like your boots. That's a great look down on it. I like that. So you got gravel in there. That's good. Yeah, that looks very cool. So potted plants at some point. Yeah. So that when I do a water change on the tub, I just throw the garden hose in, let it hit that screen, and I'll let it run for, I don't know, about an hour or so, because it's not a real heavy flow. So I don't think I'm even doing a 50% water change in an hour. And then after it's full up, I'll dose it with, the dechlor and all that. So, and that brought up the dechlor. I saw where, was it 1,000 milligrams of ascorbic acid vitamin C is good for about 40 gallons of water to dechlorinate it. So if you don't want to use, like API tap water conditioner or C-Chem, you can actually use vitamin C.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. I won't tell you where I got that the first time because I don't want to start anything right now because it's getting late.
Yeah.
But I Google searched it and
We have a whole new topic going on every day.
yeah, the AI bot said, yeah, that works. So, and then it went on to say something about, going to potted plants. I love potted plants in the water like that. That's very cool. It's, went on to say that it could lower the pH. It sure as hell can't lower it much. So 40 gallons, 1,000 milligrams. I could use, chop up three of the 1,000 milligram vitamin C's and dissolve them, grind them up, dissolve them, and then pour that in as the dechlor. And then wouldn't have to.
I just like the safe because it's so cost effective. It takes care of the chlorine and the chloramines.
Yeah, that'd be cheaper than and that was supposed to work for the chloramine. Mm-hmm. That'd be cheaper than the C-Chem, the stuff you're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know if you could get a whole lot cheaper than that.
No, I mean I've got one. Been using it for 4 years now. Upstairs,
yeah.
Maybe not even halfway down. I mean, 60,000 gallons per container. I mean, that's a lot of water change.
Right.
I mean, if you figured out your total gallonage and say you did 100% water change in all your tanks every week, it would take you a long time to get to 60,000 gallons.
Yeah.
But who's doing
if you put a ball valve on it, their flatbed, you probably have to put an adapter on it to go to a garden hose. So that's a one shot, just one fitting, fix it. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I'm a big advocate of using all the fish water in the garden, or we water all the potted plants. When I do water changes in the house, all that goes into the potted plants in the house. And then also the potted plants on the patio, on the front walk. So absolutely. What about it's not going to help with heavy metals, but I don't think the API tap water conditioner does. The
API stress coat does, and it also dechlorinates.
Yeah, the stress coat does.
Yep.
And I don't know how many heavy metals, they're not supposed to be much in the way of heavy metals in our tap water here. So I wasn't too concerned about that. I don't know. So, it's.
Before I went to the C-Chem, I was using the API stress coat as my dechlorinator.
Right. And then we were talking about the metals yesterday. Remember when Alex was here? About, shrimp and the copper and, all that,
Yeah.
A lot of heavy metals, a lot of the metals can be very toxic to the invertebrates. And I guess if there's enough concentration, they're toxic to the vertebrates as well.
Did he say he used that? It killed the snails, but the shrimp were fine. I think he did.
I thought we were talking same thing, no planaria, wasn't it?
It wasn't no planaria. It was
something else.
It was medicine it had copper. Well, does no planaria have copper in it?
Oh, they were talking about it was adding some sort of copper. It was talking about Corey from Aquarium Co-op.
Yeah, he used a bunch of copper.
Right. Didn't kill the shrimp.
His word was copious amounts of copper that killed the snails, but the shrimp were fine.
Right. And I don't think I'd be inclined to go that route.
No.
And I know Alex said, no planaria was his go-to too, also.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yep.
So anyway.
So you stumbled down to that by yourself. Well, you talked to Glenn about it, right? Originally?
Well, yeah, Glenn was talking about something else, these little tablets that you can't get here. And I think Copper Safe, was that the brand? Is that the brand, Brenton?
Copper Safe. I think so.
But he was talking about something else, and I could never get a source for it. And the tablets, he said, you probably can't get them in the States because they look like ecstasy. So, okay, great. So I don't remember how I stumbled across the no planaria. And then I remember talking about it on these streams in the early days, and everybody's got, no, it doesn't work. Nope, tried it, doesn't work. And then I thought, well, I'm going to give it a shot. And it worked like magic. And all of a sudden, everybody starts to believe me. And I know some people have gone back and done it themselves and did it themselves and had good luck. I know Scotty just, we were talking on the phone a few weeks ago. He was asking me about it. And he was talking about it just cleared up the bladder snail problem. It may take a couple of applications, and I think Brandon and I were going back and forth about that recently.
Experimentation and representation. That's what you did. I mean, you did it and it worked.
Yeah. But the ram's horn snails were slow to die off. They didn't just drop off like the bladder snails did. Those were an easy fix. But the ram's horns took time.
I like the ram's horn snails myself, but I know you don't care for snails.
I've got, they're in my 75, and they're getting huge. I mean, and thick. And I'll pull out a bunch, and I've been grabbing handfuls and throwing them in a plastic tub with some guppy grass. And I will, probably ship them off to June for her birthday.
Oh yeah, June 1st.
yeah. So send her a bunch of snails. So they should get there in a couple of days because she doesn't live that far from me here. So same state anyway.
Greg says back in the day you put a penny in the filter box.
Yeah.
Put pennies in it.
Yeah, pennies aren't copper anymore. You have to go find some old pennies. Pennies are all zinc now.
I got a bunch of old ones.
Yeah, I do too, and I'm not putting them in the water.
No.
They're worth more in copper than they are. I'd rather use an Oplanaria. So, yeah. All right, kids, what do you say we wrap it up?
All righty. I had a good time.
I did too. Thank you all for being here.
Absolutely.
And yeah, Mike, thanks for sharing your tubs. I really appreciate it. And I love the chat about back and forth with the tubs. What a great, it's going to be great. We're coming into tub season now, obviously, for a lot of folks in the Midwest and the East. And so we'll be back. I think that seems to be a nice topic that people are interested in. Stephen, thanks for being here, bud.
Yeah,
even if you're short, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. And all of you. And Don, and who was the other one?
Jose.
Yeah, thanks for the gift memberships and the super chat or what it was?
Super chat or super? It was a super chat.
Yeah, thank you both very much.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, 5 gifted memberships from Don. That was nice. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Really appreciate it. From Jose, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all are the best. And we'll see y'all, I don't know when, maybe next week. I'm trying to get stuff done here too. And it's been so I backed off a little on the streaming. I'm going to be with Jeff on Wednesdays regardless.
But tentatively, we could, like a Tuesday or whatever, you might find it convenient on one of those days where you can, and we'll do that.
And if I can, I will.
Yep.
And Kathy's at work now, so I do have, this part of the day. So, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds
cool.
Good.
All right. Love you all. Take care. Be safe. Be well. Be warm. Be cool, depending on where you are. And see y'all next time.
Take care. Bye-bye.